What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we about to be doing some Thanksgiving Day prep. It is the Tuesday before, so hopefully I'll have this up tonight so you guys can see what I do to prepare myself on the menu this year. What I will be contributing and making are the greens, the green beans, the sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, the ham, and I will prep the turkey because my mom will be stuffing it with dressing or stuffing, whatever you want to call it, and she will be making the mac and cheese as well. So we got a lot to do today. So I got my apron, harvested my herbs from the garden, grabbed this guy finally, setting that off to the side. But what I grabbed was some thyme, some sage, some rosemary, and I grabbed some bay leaves from my bay tree just in case I needed it, as well as we will be using garlic from the garden as well. And even though I didn't have an excellent green harvest, I grabbed the greens that I thought looked good enough and presentable enough to add into the greens that I also purchased from the store. So that's everything that came from the garden. Let me show you what else I have too. Right, so in this pail here, I do have the turkey thawing out. I just picked this up today, so hopefully by tonight or tomorrow morning, this should be completely thawed out so I can go on ahead and do a dry brine on it. So there goes the turkey. I seen this trick somebody had posted on TikTok maybe to thaw out your butter or soften your butter to put it in some warm water. So I have that preparing itself right now. Sweet potatoes, I grabbed 9 of those because I'll probably end up making a pie. I got some yellow potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Vinegar, of course, we will need to clean all of our greens and green beans. Obviously, I just showed you guys the greens from the garden, and I picked up these lovely looking collard greens from the grocery store, as well as some green beans, which look really nice as well. So this is what I'll be prepping. In addition to, I will be chopping up probably about 4 or 5 of these onions in my chopper. That way I can go on ahead and just use them for whatever when the time is right. And the butter will actually be making an herb butter, which is why I have that sitting out to use all the herbs that we just pulled from the garden. So that's what we're working with. The thing that I want to get cracking today will be the greens, mostly because this is probably like, I won't say the hardest work, but to de-stem them, cut them up, and all of that jazz is going to take a little bit of time. And I'm going to put everything, once I cut them up and everything, I will put them in the stock pot that I plan to cook them in, just for easy storing. I'm not going to waste any Ziploc baggies or anything like that, but For the ones that I pulled from the garden, I will not be taking the stems off of these because I believe that they will be tender enough because they've been hit by a frost. They will be sweet enough to be able to just stay in there. So I'm going to just toss those in there. And these guys, because I don't know what their growing conditions were, we will go on ahead and de-stem and go on ahead and cut these down. Matter of fact, I should go on ahead and cut those down as well. So let's just get into it. Give it on. Anywhere you said, anywhere you said, anywhere. I don't know how y'all mama taught y'all how to clean greens, but for me, agitation works best to get all of any debris, any sandy bits, any muddy bits, whether they come from your own garden or not. You want to make sure these babies are free from anything that can make them gritty and just weird. So just rinse these all off after letting them, or after washing them in vinegar. So now I'm going to give them a soak while we snip all of our green beans. So I'm taking a pause for the calls. I'm gonna let my daughters finish the green beans. That's typically their duty. There's something about like holiday preparation, any sort of holiday, you want to include your family in on this. So as much as I would like to just go on ahead and kill all the green bean snapping, I'm gonna leave that to my daughters too. So what I'm gonna do, I just drained all the water off of these greens. So I'm going to do a rinse, the final rinse, and actually I need to put a layer of paper towels at the bottom of this pot here. I just decided to go on ahead and store it in here as opposed to using Ziploc baggies. It's just waste. So this is the pot that I will be using for it anyways. So I'll just shove all of them in here. And I'm just going to put this paper towel over top. seal it closed and store this in my refrigerator. On the docket, I'm gonna peel all of these potatoes in a matter of, and boom, done. For real? Annie, shush, you messing up my video. Boom, done. So on the chopping block, we got potatoes. I'm gonna do probably a majority of this bag. I don't know. Maybe I'll save some because I want some to make for breakfast the morning of. So I'm gonna save a few of these for that. Maybe I'll do all the big ones and all the small ones I'll save. Just for my easy peeling experience. Next, we're gonna handle this butter because I may have over melted it just a tad. Just a tad. So let's go on ahead. And I'm gonna just pour all the butters, all the sticks of butter into the food processor here. That way, once I have that way that's out of the way because I don't need this to seep into my bowl anymore. Herbs. Okay, so we are going to use rosemary, sage, and thyme. I'm not going to use the bay leaves. I'm just going to keep the bay leaves off to the side in case I want to pop some in my greens, which I've been doing more lately. I feel like bay leaf adds like a certain essence to your like stockier type meals. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, got that off to the side. I'm gonna just keep my garlic in there too. I think I'm gonna put 2 heads of garlic because I have some of my smaller heads here that I harvested from the garden earlier this year. So first things first, of course, we need to rinse all of this off. I'm gonna chop down the sage, the thyme, and rosemary, and I'm just gonna mince these directly into the food processor, give it a good blend, and store it in. Maybe this will be big enough. Yeah, maybe. Let me just size it. Store it in a glass container. That way, anytime we need to use the butter, it's already there, right? Pre-packaged, ready to go. So all right, and in it goes. Last thing that I'm gonna do for today is just to cut down and peel 4 onions for the greens and the green beans. I don't need to chop these super small, so I literally will just be maybe cutting them in fourths. So, and then I'll also be cutting up a bell pepper, which will go in with the greens. So I'm gonna just put that on top in this glass dish. Who has a tip for freaking peeling onions. I hate peeling onions. It doesn't matter how fast I think I'm going. I end up a wreck every time. Ugh. I hate it. This used to be my task growing up. I feel like whatever I hated to do most, my mom made me do more. And so when I complained about cutting onions, I was in there cutting onions every time. It was very traumatizing for me. I actually did not cook with onions in my adulthood until many, many years after I moved out of my mom's house. Oh, this agony. Oh, shucks. Okay. Not be able to fit everything in here, so just rinse this off. Oh Jesus, get this shit out of my way. Get it out of here. All right, okay, so the bell pepper, ooh, I will put in a separate dish. I find that a bell pepper, the red bell pepper specifically, adds a little sweetness to my greens. And I just like the overall flavor profile with the bitterness of the greens, and just adds a little something different. There we go. Awesome. All right. Onions, peppers, chopped, done. Whew. It's actually not a bad day out today. We started in the garden today and we shall finish in the garden today. I'm thinking that I'll go ahead and do a Thanksgiving vlog with you guys. If that's something that you all want to see, definitely stay tuned. But for now, I think I am good on the prep for day one of prep anyways. Tomorrow, I think the only thing that I'll probably do is put together and bake the 2 pies that I plan on making, which will be an apple and a sweet potato. But that is it. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned, be back. If you are not back because you are enjoying your family, I hope that you all feel loved on. I hope that you are feeling much gratitude for all the things that have come this year and will come soon to be. I thank you all so much for tuning into my channel. Again, I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace.